Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be discussing how exactly you would die on every single planet in the solar system.
Jesus Christ.
If you had a spaceship that could fly you to every single planet in the solar system, how long do you think you would survive on each one of them? Let us discuss that in today's video, starting off with Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, but it's not the hottest planet in the solar system. This is because it lacks a proper atmosphere to trap heat from the Sun. At night, the temperatures can drop down to over negative 180 degrees Celsius, and during the day it can skyrocket to over 400 degrees Celsius. Landing on this planet will be incredibly difficult because there is no dense atmosphere to slow down your descent. If you manage to land on the night side of this planet, you would still not be alive for very long, because NASA's best suit, the IMO, can only hold up such temperatures for a very short period of time. The maximum temperature the suit can take is negative 150 degrees and then positive 121 degrees Celsius, so you'd still be in danger from the cold. Secondly, there is no breathable oxygen or air on the planet, and you'd be running on the 8 hours worth of supply the suit can carry. You're also going to be exposed to an unhealthy amount of solar radiation, and the planet has no atmosphere to protect you from it. The combination of the cold and radiation would end you in an estimated 5-hour period. But if you're unlucky enough to land on the daytime section of Mercury, your suit's cooling system would overclock itself and fail within minutes, causing a heat stroke. Your oxygen supply would slowly start to heat up, making breathing uncomfortable. The intense radiation and heat from the sun, directly over 400 degrees Celsius, will completely cook you in the spacesuit. You'd be dead in just a few minutes, and it will be painful. But there's a region on the planet called the Terminator Zone, which is just between the night and the day section. Even in this section, the temperature can change rapidly, which can throw you into the hot or cold region of the planet. Second planet on our list is Venus. This is the second planet in the solar system, and it's even more horrible than Mercury. I'm just going to go straight to the point and tell you your chances of survival on Venus is less than 1 minute, and here's why. It's the first planet in the solar system with an atmosphere, so it traps heat directly from the sun. This planet can get as hot as 900 degrees Celsius. This is enough to melt even lead, and so the materials from your suit will not hold up, and they would immediately start to melt upon arrival. You would be dead instantly, and that's not all. The atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide, so it's unbreathable. It also has sulfuric acid cloud, which means it can rain, and it will rain sulfuric acid upon you, eating away what's left of your suit. The atmosphere is also 90 times thicker than that of Earth's atmosphere, so it will feel as though you were submerged in some kind of liquid, and it will be possible for you to move. The pressure buildup would also crush you like a soda can. The planet is also riddled with lightning storm and winds traveling at over 200 miles per hour. The sequence of events will be as follows. You appear or land on the planet, and then the heat will immediately start to cook you. Your suit would also start to crumble due to the intense pressure, which will cause cracks on your glass, and that would allow sulfuric acid to penetrate into the suit, causing you to start breathing in sulfuric acid and carbon dioxide. So yes, you'd be dead immediately you appeared on the planet, or just a few minutes afterwards. The next planet on our list is Mars. Mars is not as dangerous as the rest of the planet on this list, but it's not safe either. The temperatures here can only go as high as 20 degrees during the day, but will drastically drop to negative 150 degrees during the night. This is a temperature around which the suit can carry you, so you should be safe in that regards. Mars has a very thin atmosphere, which is made of carbon dioxide majorly, with little amounts or traces of oxygen. But luckily though, you have a suit that also comes with inbuilt oxygen supply. The thin atmosphere of the planet creates a low pressure environment and will also leave you exposed to solar radiations up to 40 times the average of that of Earth. That will be harmful for you, but you have a suit, so you are safe. Mars is also visited by frequent dust storms which rip around the planet with up to 100 kilometers per hour winds. It's not enough to destroy your suit, but it's enough to bury you in sand. So your estimated survival period is as long as your oxygen supply can carry you. To survive here for an extended period of time, you need a sustainable city-like structure for protection and oxygen supply. Jupiter. This is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's a gas giant and likely has no surface for you to land on. But there are multiple ways for you to die on this planet, so let's explore them. And first will be radiation. The radiation level on Jupiter is so incredibly high that at 300,000 kilometers away, nearly as far as the moon is from the Earth, the radiation would be enough to penetrate your suit and kill you. Once within the atmosphere, you'd be greeted with temperatures below 150 degrees Celsius, which is your suit's capacity, and wind flipping you around at over 400 kilometers per hour. All these things happening while you are falling through the air because there is no surface for you to land on. If you keep on free falling into the planet, at 150 kilometers in, you'd notice the pressure increasing rapidly. The pressure at the center of the planet is estimated to be around 100 million times that of the planet Earth, and the core is around 12,400 degrees Celsius in temperature. So it's only logical to assume the heat will steadily start to increase the deeper you go in the planet. Bear in mind, at this point, you are already long dead. We're simply just exploring the possible ways that you could also be killed within the planet. Now, during your continuous descent, you'd encounter a state where the gas is so densely packed that it behaves like a liquid. Imagine your cooking gas cylinder after you refill it. It's gas, but it behaves like a liquid because it's compressed. At this point, it feels like you are in a pool of incredibly dense liquid, so let's assume you continue your descent. It eventually gets to the metallic hydrogen layer. This liquid is also super dense and it will definitely trap you, preventing further descent. It's also extremely hot, so you'd probably already be long dead. Beyond this layer is the incredibly hot core of Jupiter, which is 4 times hotter than that of the surface of the Sun. Like I say, 12,400 degrees Celsius in temperature. So the possible ways for you to die will first be radiation, followed by cold, and then pressure increase, and then heat. The estimated time of survival is less than 1 second because at 300,000 kilometers away, you're already dead due to radiation. Next on the list is Saturn. This is the most beautiful planet in the solar system. To access Saturn, you'd have to get past the multiple moons on your path and then navigate past the rings. The rings are made out of ice, debris from old moon, asteroid and comets that have collided with each other over time. This will pose a great threat for you if you're trying to navigate past the millions of chunks flying around. But let us assume you navigate past them. As you approach the planet, you'll be greeted by spinning clouds. These clouds are hiding storms with wind blowing at over 1,800 kilometers per hour and lightning storms 100,000 times that of the Earth. You'd get picked up by the wind instantly and the temperature would drop down to negative 250 degrees Celsius. You're dead. Your suit was not built for this level of cold and it will start to freeze. One lightning strike is all it will take to completely fry your suit's components, and as you fall deeper, the pressure will only increase. Within just 30 seconds of freefall, you would have moved from a region of cold to a region of equal atmosphere and pressure as that of the Earth, and then start to fall into a region of heat and a higher atmospheric pressure than that of the Earth. Breathing will become difficult and the pressure will start to have an effect on the suit. It will start to crack it. You would instantly be killed if that happens, because the pressure would crush you. But as you continue to fall deeper into the planet, you enter into a hydrogen and helium mix. This region is densely packed together and it behaves like a liquid. It's also incredibly hot at 1,500 degrees Celsius. You'd be dead. As you continue to fall deeper into the planet, the pressure has also increased to that of 100 times the planet Earth. Nothing in this suit was designed to withstand this amount of temperature and pressure, so you'd probably completely be vaporized. Beyond this region is the metallic hydrogen layer, similar to that of Jupiter, and then the rocky core of the planet with temperatures around 12,000 degrees Celsius. You'd not make it up until this point, so there's nothing for you to worry about. Your estimated survival time on this planet will be around 30 seconds due to increase in temperature and pressure. And that's only if your spaceship does not encounter an accident while trying to navigate past its rings. If you've made it up until this point in the video and you've not subscribed, I don't know what you want from me, god damn it. Subscribe and share and like the video. Thank you. And a day on Uranus only lasts about 17 Earth hours, so you should already know that the winds are going to be very, very strong. It also has rings around it made of ice, just like Saturn, so you'd also need to avoid that while trying to navigate into the planet. This planet is famously known for its diamond rain, but we'll address why that is in a moment. Bear in mind, being an ice giant does not mean the entire planet is made out of ice. It simply means the planet contains elements heavier than hydrogen and helium, such as water, ammonia, and methane ice. Once you're within its atmosphere, you'd be greeted with toxic gases and temperatures below 200 degrees Celsius. Again, this is negative 200 degrees Celsius, not just regular 200 degrees Celsius. The NASA suit was not designed to handle this level of cold, so you'd be freezing the moment you land or you enter into the atmosphere. The next encounter would be supersonic winds blowing around ice pellets in the air like bullets. Descending further, you will enter into a layer of atmosphere that rains diamond. The high pressure from the planet breaks down methane and it forms diamond. The pressure here is also 100 times stronger than that of Earth. This pressure is also holding the Earth together like a dense liquid. This immense pressure would crush you instantly the further you fall. Also, the temperature is starting to rise rapidly, and within a short moment, you'd go from being in a region of cold into a region of extreme heat that's currently trapped within the planet. Within just your first few seconds in this planet, you're already dead. It only gets worse from here, so I would like to switch over to Neptune, which also shares similar traits as Uranus. Your estimated survival time on Uranus is only going to be as long as you are in its upper atmosphere, which would not even hold you for long since it is freezing up there. The moment you descend into its lower atmosphere, you'd get crushed instantly, killing you. So I would say give or take 2 minutes. And the last planet on our list is Neptune. This is a twin of Uranus and it shares similar traits with the planet. It's also extremely cold because it is the most distant planet from the Sun. The planet has the iconic diamond ring just like Uranus, also implying that the pressure here is extremely high. Once within its atmosphere, you'd be greeted with temperatures below 220 degrees Celsius, again negative 220 degrees Celsius, and winds moving about 2,000 kilometers per hour. This is enough to freeze you and then start to throw you around, basically breaking away parts from your suit. If this happens, you'd start inhaling toxic gases which will instantly kill you. Note, this is also likely to happen on Uranus because the winds are also extremely high. Within just 100 kilometers into the planet's atmosphere, the pressure is already rising rapidly and it will flatten you immediately. I forgot to mention, the NASA suit was originally not designed for high pressure. It is designed to operate in a vacuum. That is why it's going to suffer a very dangerous fate once it is placed in a region of higher or lower pressure. Similar to the rising pressure, the temperature would also rise so high that it can melt steel. You would not be able to survive up until this point, so I don't think there's a reason for us to go further. If you would like to make any corrections to anything that was said in this video, be my guest in the comment section. Also, please like and subscribe. Please. Peace out.